What's good, my people? What it is, what it do, what it be like. You know what it is. It's Sunday. Chiefs just got done smashing them Cardinals. See what I'm saying? Smashing, And we out here about to have celebrated real good victory. We about to do this real shit with R&T because that's what we do. What we gonna do is real shit with R&T. Say real shit with real shit with R&T. Say real shit with. That's what we gonna do, fam. We about to get this in because you know why? That's what we do. So let's go. You know what it is. Welcome to the show, people. Hey, if y'all ready for it, let's get it in, fam. It's we gonna talk about a little bit, talk about some situations in this whole dating game. We're gonna probably talk a little bit about that Chiefs game because that's what we do. We Chiefs gang over here. See what I'm saying? Gang bitches. Gang bitches. See what I'm saying? We about to get it in because that's what we do. Tanya Edder. It's like butter without the bee, baby. What's good, fam? How's everybody doing? How are you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and accept. I'm happy to read. Let's see if we can get her on in. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Sean E. Hey, Sean E. Sean. Oh, what's good, brother? See you. All right, gang. Gang. You know what it is. What's up? Hey, how are you? And here you are with the good volume too. Okay, I see you. Got your cheap gear on. Got your gold hair with the. I see you, fam. Represent on them, floss on them, familito. Amber. Hey, yo, what's up? Hold on. I'm gonna just take a quick second. What's up, Am? How you doing, girl? You okay? Hey. All right, back to the regular program. What's good, family?
Welcome, guys, to Real Shit with R&T.
Real shit with R&T.
Real shit with R&T. Real shit with R&T. Real shit with. Thank you guys tuning in to our podcast. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Did the Chiefs win?
Nigga, what? Did you not watch the game? Did you not watch the game?
I don't watch football.
Nigga.
I missed the part.
No, you know what? How about this? Because I can hold it down for about 5 to 6 minutes. I'm gonna need you to change up out the Chiefs gear. How you gonna have the gear on, but you ain't watching the game, fam? What do we do that at?
Hey, well, at least I'm not representing somebody else. I'm representing
Oh,
the team.
nigga, if you was representing somebody else, I would hit the X on your ass real quick. See what I'm saying? I would X you out real quick. See what I'm saying? It's Chiefs gang over here, baby. See what I'm saying? You ain't trying to do that with that gang.
I just don't watch football, but I rep my city. I don't fan weather.
Do you feel some type of way when people that's like from here go somewhere else and then they rep that squad and not their own home squad?
Yeah.
I think that is.
What were you talking about when they move completely there?
Yeah. Like, okay, so like peep game. I don't mind if your favorite team is somebody else. It is what it is. Like Cody, right? Cody's favorite squad is the Saints, but his daddy's squad is the Saints. See what I'm saying? So I could kind of figure how he picked that up. See what I'm saying? Even though they from Kansas City, even though his daddy's from Kansas City too. So, and his daddy was a Saints fan before it was popular to be a Saints fan. So he's a real Saints fan. You feel me?
So he's a real Saints fan.
Yeah, he's a real Saints fan. So I could get where Cody kind of get it from. But I know many of niggas from Kansas City, see what I'm saying, that don't represent the Chiefs, but whatever city and they have moved from city to city to city to city. See what I'm saying? First you was down in Dallas, then you was down in Houston, now you was over in Philly. See what I'm saying? Now you over in, New York, and you don't represent each one of those squads. Like Kansas City ain't. I'm done. See what I'm saying? I do believe your fandom is a true representation of your personality. See what I'm saying? And if you always tricking off and going to a different squad, see what I'm saying? And you ain't got no love for your home. I'm just saying, you're the same to me as a nigga that be like, I don't date black chicks and it's dark as night. Huh?
Me? Or
No, I'm just saying, period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, period. Like, you know, them niggas that be like, I don't date black chicks. And this nigga's is black as tar. See what I'm saying?
Well, see, it's just like you say about Sean, even though he's on here. Hey, cousin. It's like what you said. He was like Team Missouri, and now when he moved to Kansas City, Kansas, he was Kansas. We can't say shit about Kansas. Missouri, Missouri. He all Kansas. So he the same way. I don't know. He moved. He like me.
That part. See what I'm saying? When Sean first came home from the Army, Sean was all 100% Missouri. He used to get on my nerves with that foolishness, fam. It was a 1,000 about Missouri, and nigga, I used to have to, and he would clown the Kansas. See what I'm saying? I'm like, it's cool to represent Missouri. That's fine. See what I'm saying? But nigga, don't come from my side. See what I'm saying? Don't come from my side. And then all of a sudden, somewhere in the midst, he done switched up. See what I'm saying? He came over to the good side.
Because wait a minute. See, you done fucked up. See,
I said it.
We were good until you said good side. Come back.
I said it to the good side.
Then to y'all side. Let's just say that, not good side.
No, niggas. It's the good side.
Missouri. That's where the Chiefs is from. That's where Royals is from. Missouri.
Okay.
Don't be like your black ass old president who said
keep playing around. Keep playing around with the Chiefs. Keep playing around with the Chiefs and not give them that new stadium. They're gonna be right out here by the racetrack. It's gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs, fam. Please understand me when I tell you.
That's right.
Okay, so we got peep game. So I got a request to come on. I know it's Sean Edward. Bro, we don't do requests on Sundays. That's a Thursday. So guess what you won't be doing today? You won't be coming home. You won't be coming on today. You better save it to Thursday. Save it to Thursday.
When the chat is open, you're free to comment in our chats.
The chat is open. And don't go crazy. Don't go crazy, fam. Mind your manners. Don't make me come find you, because you know I'll come find you. Mind your manners.
You are silly. Well, how then?
I've had a very chill weekend, fam. Real talk. So I'm saying your boy went and got,
I see.
You see me.
That's why Amber got a little extra high today.
Say again.
That's why Amber got a little extra high.
No. This is, I do feel some type of way when I, get a crispy cut. You see what I'm saying? I feel like $1 million. And now I'm looking like it too. Hey, don't get it twisted. But it's been chill. Real talk.
Okay.
Real talk. So what about yours? What'd you get into?
My weekend's been pretty chilled. I went out with my sisters yesterday. Well, out to
I saw
tacos.
I saw the posting pictures and whatnot.
Yeah. So that was cool. And then today I actually didn't do anything. I had plans to do certain things. I don't know what I had plans. I really didn't, because I knew the Chiefs was playing. But then, everything was cool. I almost died. I wasn't going back to the show. My son's still in there spazzing out. So I did have to cut my son's hair. And he
Wait a minute, you did what?
Cut his hair.
Do you know how to cut hair?
Huh?
Do you know how to cut hair?
No, I don't. But it was so matted. But if I would have took him to a professional, they would have cut his hair even. And he didn't want that. I know he did not want his hair cut even because he don't like his hair short. But I still had to cut it where I could comb through it. And his back was very, very, very matted. I mean, I know you've seen the pictures. So I had to cut it. I had to cut all that out.
First of all, I haven't seen the pictures. Second of all, let me turn you on to my guy. See what I'm saying? Because what we about to do is not have Stefan's mama cut his goddamn head, who ain't never been to a barber college or nothing.
It feels long to me. He just feels like it's short. It's long. I mean, like I said, my son takes his hair personally.
To you, it's long. To him, it's not how he wants. Yeah, we'll talk after the show. JR, I know you watching because you watch every Sunday. I appreciate your participation, brother. You about to get a whole nother client. See what I'm saying? Because a whole nother client. Because let me tell you what you ain't going to keep doing to my nephew.
He doesn't get his haircut. He just gets lines. He wants his hair to be long, which
That's
he
fine.
is. But
That's fine.
he needs to maintain his curls, and
Mm-hmm.
his curls are just like Daddy's curls. He
Uh-huh.
don't comb them out like Daddy and Sheree. They have to comb their hair out because it will mat up. It would just, because it's curly. It
Mm-hmm.
so it's really matted. It was really matted in the back. So hey,
Mm.
it is what it is. I almost
It is
thought I
what
was
it
making
is.
the show.
We about to get you. We about to get them clippers out your goddamn hand though. That's what, see what I'm saying. That's what we about to do. See what I'm
That's
saying.
the first time I ever cut it. That's the first time I
You'll
ever
get
cut
it. I'll be texting you a number here shortly. Please
it. Okay.
understand. See what I'm saying.
Okay.
What you're gonna be doing to my little cousin while he's in high school. Having, you know what? I can't. Go ahead, finish your little story now that you done destroyed my boy. Now you got to go to school with this whole situation tomorrow. See what I'm saying?
It's fine. I'm gonna take a picture tomorrow if he let me. Watch, it's fine.
I bet he won't. I bet he won't. I bet he won't.
I don't think
He
you're gonna let me
gonna,
take no picture
I
either.
bet he won't.
Sheree, come over and save me. Come let him know it's okay. It looks good. Sheree, come help me. Come help me. Anyway, well, thank you guys for tuning in to Real Shit with R&T. I am your R, which stands for Renee, and this is your.
You already know what it is. You already know who I am. Hold on. Let me say it again because you know who it is. Since then, whether I'm crispy and clean or I'm sitting up here looking like Mountain Man Jim.
Like,
I can only be. I must be. I am consistently that good tea. See what I'm saying? That good tea. You know what that good tea
goes
do? It
down.
goes down smooth, baby. What it is. You know what it is. See what I'm saying?
Guys, to our edition of, like I said, Real Shit with R&T podcast. Congratulations to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Yay!
I'm just saying, and this is for the kingdom, real talk. See what I'm saying? Because all summer people been talking real slick and deservingly so. See what I'm saying? Because Patrick Mahomes last game, the second half, he played like shit. Real talk. See what I'm saying? And I knew he was gonna catch a lot of flack off of that second half because the reason why the Chiefs was not in the Super Bowl last season was because of Patrick Mahomes. As great as he's been, it was because of his second half play. So I knew he was gonna catch a hell of flack. But the way that he came out and the way he played this preseason and the way he played today, if he plays 80% of what he did today, the league is done, son. You might as well go ahead and ship that Lombardi right now because she's coming for that crown. We coming for throats and necks around this juke joint. You feel me? Throats and necks.
Oh, Sam, you did not put this on public.
I did put it on public.
No, you did not.
It didn't give me the option. It tells me to do public after I finish it.
No, you can do it before. When you go
But it
live,
didn't give me the
right
option
here.
this time. So it'll be public when we get done. You'll be able to share here in a moment.
Yeah, that means done by people see it until after we go. Unless they
Hold
your
on. First of all, what you ain't gonna fuss at me do is fuss at me while you're wearing your cheese stuff when you didn't even watch the goddamn game. Let me tell you what you ain't gonna do.
But
Let me
we
tell you what you ain't
won.
gonna do.
I manifest that. I manifest the win.
Hold on. You did manifest. You did do some manifestation. We appreciate that. I saw that. Since
You
then,
see,
that was hot.
you
Since
see
then, but
that?
hold on. I got a question. Miss Amber. Hey, Amber, how you doing? What's the fire for, fam? I just want to know what the fire's for. Since
What do you
then,
mean? It looks red,
for
not white. It looks red.
what you say?
It's probably for the Chiefs.
Oh, it probably wasn't. We hadn't even started. It probably wasn't. Don't steal my joy. Don't steal my joy.
My bad. My bad. It was all for you, baby. All for you, baby
It's
cousin. All
all
for
for
you.
you, man.
All
Get
right.
it in.
All right. So let's get started. On today's topic, it is: do you date someone for their potential, or the reality of maybe what they're showing or what they're saying? So, well, that's what today's topic is. How are you guys dating? So basically, like, to sum that up, if someone tells you they're not ready, do you wait around? If someone is a smoker and you don't like smokers and they say they could probably quit, would you still date them? If they show signs of not being healed, but you see potential that once they're healed, they could be the best woman or the best man that you see that they are. So something like that. So do you date with potential for potential? Or do you run when you see reality is that they just not what they are right now? Or do you stay around? Let's keep
Some
it.
of it, and some of it also in that same context. Think of it. Think of the pose the question in this way as well. Are you honest in your dating? See what I'm saying? Are you and what that means? And a lot of that goes into what Renee just said. See what I'm saying? Right, with the goddamn quotation marks.
Hold on, that's my damn name. Don't put in quotation like it ain't my name.
The goddamn quotation marks. Ain't
It's
never called
on the
you.
birth certificate.
Ain't never called you Renee ever a day in your life. Now all of a sudden you got this whole personality. It's all good. You know what? If you want to be Renee, I'm gonna call you Renee because I respect people who choose their own goddamn name. You be the best Renee you can be. I'm gonna still call you as Stephanie though. I'm just saying, whatever. Anyway, but when you're initially dating or when you first start talking to somebody in the whole night, like me and my barber had this whole conversation yesterday. See what I'm saying? And what we kind of agreed upon was people aren't dating properly. See what I'm saying? Nor are they honest in their dating. See what I'm saying? Because there's culpability on both sides when things don't work out in the end, right? Um, like if you get like for the ladies, right? You get with a man and he's like, I'm not really trying to be in a relationship right now. I'm just trying to, and if you're cool with that, we can continue or not. But if you're not, I understand that as well. And so the lady's like, you know what, that's cool. I'm not really searching for something like that as well. But then he starts doing all of the things that you do that a dude in a relationship does. See what I'm saying? He's playing the part of the relationship and doing everything except for having a title. See what I'm saying? Y'all do everything. Y'all spending nights in each other's houses. Y'all going out on dates. Y'all maybe done some day trips type situations. When your car breaks down or you stranded on the side of the road, you call him, he come get you, the whole nine. See what I'm saying? You in turn are playing the part as well. See what I'm saying? You making sure that you playing the girlfriend part. You make sure they're good. You cooking for them. You'll go over to the house, clean up sometimes. The whole nine. But then, 3 to 6 months later, y'all still just in that same space. See what I'm saying? And your feelings is, and what my barber's saying is, women tend to go off of action, which I can understand. Because if you are telling me what I have always told the kids was, regardless of what somebody says, believe what they do. Believe their actions, because you can make your mouth say anything at any point in time for a duration of time. But it's very rare that you can continue to make your actions lie. If somebody says that they love you, their actions should reinforce that. So I'm saying, if their actions are not reinforcing with the words coming out of their mouth, then believe their actions regardless of what's coming out their goddamn mouth. So I'm saying, I can understand how a woman would feel some type of way about in that same situation, because you're telling me you're not wanting a relationship, but you're expecting relationship benefits. Yeah. You're giving me relationship benefits, but in your mouth, but out your mouth, you're saying that you don't want a relationship. Then stop doing the stuff that you're doing. See what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then there should be a lot of stuff that you're not doing. Because if you do, it's easy to misread that. See what I'm saying? But in the same vein, the woman's responsibility in that is to cut that shit off in the beginning. Because if you know that he said that he's not really wanting a relationship, then don't give him relationship benefits. See what I'm saying? And by the cooking, the cleaning, the caring for it is literally just us having fun. Anything outside of that then needs to be renegotiated. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself in a situation where you feel like you either wasted time or you're heartbroken because this person isn't reciprocating the feelings that you're feeling and that you're giving out. Because you're giving these feelings, you're doing the things out of you caring, and that's not to say that he doesn't care, but he doesn't care enough for him to be in a relationship with you. And if that's your end goal, then you have to be with someone that's like-minded. So when you hear those words at the beginning, then you should act accordingly. So say that don't mean y'all can't go out and hang, y'all can't kick it, y'all can even do adult activities. For all I give a damn. See what I'm saying? But once again, when you start sprinkling that situation with your emotions and your feelings, you already know that he said he ain't trying to be about that anyway. So if you're starting to feel some type of way, like really caring for this person, but you need to do a temperature check in that situation. Because if you don't, you're gonna be in a situation where you have been giving a lot more, you've been investing emotionally, and this person is still like, nah, I told you in the beginning that I didn't want a relationship. You should have listened to me in the beginning, which is factually true. See what I'm saying?
Factually true. And I think I guess it goes both ways. And it's funny because my sister must have said that the other day, and she was like, because Yeah, because I have intentions. Okay, for myself, I actually have those intentions. I would actually tell you, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not looking for one. But I kind of will put a lot of girlfriend material like as I am because that's just me. So like if you need something and we're talking, and I'm cool with doing it. Like I have no problems. Maybe I'm just too nice because my sister said the other day she's like, "Yo, not everybody gets wifey material," and I'm like, "This is not wifey material." You know, he had a long day. He asked, and I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." I just that's just me though, and it can be very confusing because out of my mouth, I can clearly say I'm not ready for a relationship. So I've seen myself do it from one end, and especially at the beginning. I'm not telling dudes that now, but at the beginning, I mean, I wasn't ready for a relationship. I had just got out of course. Like I said 26 years. I was not ready for a relationship. You had me fucked up. Think I was gonna jump to another relationship. No, I wasn't on it. So, but I was still doing stuff like I was, but I would do that with with every dude. And so I would make that clear to them. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you a good chick, this, and that." Let me make it clear. You're not special. Like I do with everybody. Like if I like you, I don't care. Like it's for not the sex. I'm telling sex. I'm
Susan,
gonna be
nigga, you ain't special. Susan.
I had to let one dude know, and like after I said, I was like, "Damn, that was really rude." But it
That
was
was hard to fuck, Susan. Susan, nigga, you ain't
like I
special.
ain't had no girl do that. Oh, I was just like, yeah, well, don't think you special because I would have done it before the next dude too if he was cool. Because that's just me. Like I don't like I've always said I don't match energies. You know what I'm saying? I keep my energy. Ain't nobody gonna change who I am just because you whack or you whatever. I just move accordingly. I'm along past you, and I'm gonna treat the next man like this man didn't just do something because this man shouldn't be punished for what this man didn't do. You know, that's just me. So I can see the misunderstanding because like what you said, if we go off of what people say and then I mean what people actions is and what they say, you might get really confused. And I've messed with a dude that was just like me, and he clearly said he didn't know if he was ready. He didn't feel nothing, but he did everything boyfriend material there was. And then of course I'm just reciprocating. But I think it comes down to they're not ready. It just depends on how they say they're not ready. It depends on what they just now coming out of. Like if they just coming out of a relationship, where they are they still healing? Could it be a possibility they could go back? Whatever the case may be. Because the simple fact is sometimes it's not that they're not ready. It could be they are ready, but they just don't have it for you. And that's the problem. And the thing is they so you have to play like I said devil's advocate because at the end of the day if you feel like you're doing more for this person, if you're doing it for the person to see that you're the person for them, that's where you fucked up at. If you're not doing it because that's what you do like see that's just me, that's just what I do. So when somebody else don't do something I don't feel no bad way. Like if we don't end up boyfriend girlfriend I'm okay because that's how I move regardless, even if we didn't move up to boyfriend girlfriend. But if you're doing it and the hopes that they will change their mind, well, then that's where you're messing up at. Because then you just need to you also need to take in consideration of what they're telling you, that they're not ready for a relationship. And that also goes to for men when they say that, that's their way in. If they go ahead out here and you see them like side pockets, when they told you they was at home and they wasn't doing nothing, then they can always throw that in your face. Like I told you I wasn't ready for a relationship. Or if they phone go off when they with you, then that's what they gonna say. I told you I wasn't ready for a relationship. So you need to also keep your options open. And that's where people go wrong in. They shut down their options. They date wrong. I feel like people they date one person. If you date one person, you pouring into that one person. And if you not once that person break up with you, that's like a whole breakup without a breakup because you never was together. So when did you break up? But your feelings is all about this person. Just because you date multiple people does not mean you're sleeping with multiple people. That's the problem too. You can be talking to them, sleeping with one, talk to the rest, go out with a whole bunch. So what? Like you wrong. That's why I don't like talking every day. I don't want to talk to no dude no every day because then you get accustomed to it. So if I come missing, well, you probably know I was out with John. So if we don't talk every day, you won't know if I come up missing because we're dating. We're not exclusive. And that's where people date wrong. Like I date multiple people. I can't tell you And good luck. They probably on this live. But so what? You
They probably on this live. See what I'm saying? They upset. They mad as hell right now. They feeling they in their feet. See what I'm saying? Hey, bro. If you listening right now, see what I'm saying? She's still good, folks. See what I'm saying? You gonna have to deal with some bullshit though. I'm just letting you know. See what I'm saying? She come with a side plate of bullshit. See what I'm saying?
Until we exclusive, I'm doing what I'm doing me. Now, I'm like I said, I'm not speaking with everybody I'm dating, but I'm talking. See, and again, I don't even consider that dating. I call that talking. I'm just talking to people. Now, once we go exclusive, okay, I can cut them off. And some's here and some's here, but I'm still gonna keep my options open until I'm ready to be exclusive. Because
right now, and I first and foremost, I definitely agree with the whole dating thing. We've covered this topic before, but we have some new visitors. Before I continue, I'm gonna give my shout out because that's what we do. Shout out to Tanya Ed, appreciate you watching, even if it's for a short time. Sean Edward Williams, my guy. You know what I'm saying? My brother, appreciate you watching. And Bird Monique, what it is? Appreciate you watching even for a short time. Chantel and we got Miss Sheila, tall glass of water. Tall glass of water. My homie, my guy, my man, my dude, Devontae Moore. See what I'm saying? Appreciate you watching even short time. Rachel Rogers. Rachel, I'm still waiting, but it's okay. We're gonna link at some point in time. Sam Sugar Ray, once again, appreciate you watching this short time. Michelle, Kashonda, Miss Libby Beth, appreciate y'all watching. Miss Deanna Sappho. Now, Deanna Sappho's son yesterday won Homecoming Prince for University Academy. So, big shout out to, black excellence. We out here doing it big. We're gonna have her on Small Business Sunday, our Business Sunday too, because she has a really great program that the city really needs to get behind and support and whatnot. Because once again, we are all we need. Since then, there's enough within our own community to function and thrive if we do such a thing. But whatever, that's a different day for a different time. But once again, we appreciate you tuning in. Auntie Shanny, appreciate you tuning in. And that's it. That's everybody. So once again, I'm just of the mindset, and this is I probably didn't think this way when I was younger, because I was immature and I just didn't know. And it's hard for you to know something until you either go through it or you experience it or it's taught to you.
Right.
I definitely agree with until there is a understanding and an agreement between two parties, not one person claiming, but both parties saying, hey, it's gonna be you and I and you. It's gonna be us. It's gonna be us it's gonna be we.
I ain't posting if you ain't posting. I ain't losing my hoes if you ain't losing yours.
Nigga. Because hoes are hard to come by. Good hoes are hard to come by. Bad hoes everywhere. But good hoes.
Right.
Good hoes, who's trying to lose good hoes?
Because they gonna free you real quick. Then you gotta go back and bring them back to you with the whole, hey you, it's been a while. Oh, you and the old girl ain't messing around.
Right. Good hoes got options too. That's all I'm saying. Good hoes got options too. Anyway, until there's a mutual agreement between everybody involved, Sam, do you? Then you have because you have every right to. Now, some people, like I was talking to the young lady last week is I think what she said, or a week before. She's like, I just don't have the energy to talk to multiple people at one time. And it's not so much that I'm just trying to focus in on just one, but I tend to just talk to one at a time for that particular purpose because I don't have the energy. I'm a busy person. I ain't got time to try to divide my opinion amongst everything. Shout out to Juju Walker. Appreciate you tuning in just for a hot second. So that I can understand and understand to a point. But where you run the risk of is you're only pouring into one cup.
Exactly.
But if somebody decides to either pick up their cup or turn their cup over, now you're left holding the bag. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have any other options. Now you got to start all the way over with somebody all the way new. And that to me is boring and horrible after a certain point in time. See what I'm saying? So,
And especially, it's like a breakup, like I said, without a breakup. Like you're mourning without even a funeral because he's looking at you like we were together. Like I didn't know your feelings was that deep, and I was
that
still
part,
into that. So
that part, like I kind of
life
went through
can
that.
be hard. Shit,
I kind of went through that a couple of weeks ago. Real
I
talk.
know.
You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and it's not.
Yeah,
And we, like you said, we weren't even together. We
right.
had been talking for a while, and situations and whatnot.
Yeah,
But when when the finality that it's not going to work come about, now you got to
yeah,
go through that whole process of trying to
yeah.
purge yourself from these feelings and bounce back and all this other and whatnot.
And you
Shout
gotta
out to my
stop.
main man,
And then
Stuart Scott.
I'm sure you started talking to her every day. So now you gotta stop like always talking to her, or you know what I'm saying, when you think about it, you can't talk and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. But you wouldn't have to do
Right,
that if you're talking every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like
right.
now they become part of your habit. Fuck that.
Well,
That's like my habit. Nope, nope, nope. I did that too. I mean, I mean with you though. I slipped into that dip. I dipped into that one time. And that one time was good enough for me. And when I say, like, I mean, we was talking like almost like boyfriend, girlfriend. And it took a lot. But I said, for now on, baby, I keep options. Like,
all right, so let's to read some of these good chats that's coming in. Amber Monique said, "I only date with a purpose. I make it clear from jump. Absolutely no mixed signals. But I've been in two Yeah, I've been in two relationships for 17 years. I've been in two relationships with 17-year marriage, and a different one of 10 years prior. So viewing things differently than most. I've never been in a situationship, and I get that part too. See what I'm saying? Because it's when you're, but I would think that you would be kind of used to being in a relationship. That's where your comfortability. That's where your zone is. See what
yeah,
I'm saying? And so for this particular point in time, now that you're out of a relationship and you really just really figuring out or finding out who and what you like and the whole nine. I'm like you, I'm in this dating scene to get out this dating scene. See what I'm
right,
saying? I'm not to get what I can out of it, but to get the hell out of it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm definitely about dating with a purpose. I'm
right,
definitely about but in that same breath, I'm not in such a rush that I'm willing to either settle for something that I know that probably won't work because it's kind of close-ish to what I want,
right,
or sacrifice my morals, or
right.
not only just sacrifice my morals, but sacrifice those things that's just like important to me. Like I don't want to. I'm not dating a smoker. You know what I'm
No,
saying? If you smoke cigarettes, I can't really mess with you now. You smoke weed, I may make an exception depending on how healthy you doing. But like cigarettes, black and mouths, crack.
I don't crack, nigga, because
You gotta be
smoke crack
specific.
on you at the family function. So don't
You
do
gotta
crack.
be specific, fam. See what I'm saying? Crack, heroin, see what I'm saying? All of that.
All
No,
that.
all of that. See what I'm saying? Because I would, nigga, let me wake up in the middle of the night and you out here shooting up in between your toenails. See what I'm saying? Nigga, right. See what I'm saying? You out here you on that glass big old
Wait
poop.
a minute.
Nigga, okay, pause our normal topic. Could you date somebody that used to be an addict? Let's say that they
Yeah,
have been an addict, it's like they're like 20 years removed from being an addict. Could you date somebody that was used to be an addict?
yeah, why not? Everybody has a pattern.
You're right, but some paths will get your ass exempt. Since then, if you used to be an addict, you couldn't be a cop. So if you can't be a cop to go around beating two people's asses, why is that good enough for me? No, we good.
But no, but the thing is though, okay, so if that's the case, then you no. I mean, if they've been in recovery and they're good, like I said, I mean, people go through stuff. It's don't tell them what they do that way, what they went through. I mean, that's just like people that go to prison. They did their time, they suffered through, they went through their rehabilitation. So you wouldn't
It,
date nobody that's been in jail, that's been in
it
prison?
depends on what they've been in jail for. Nigga, some offenses I'm not willing to risk my life on. Let's say attempted murder. Nigga, I bet I won't bring this killer into my goddamn house. Nigga, cause
But you can go to jail for attempted murder. For attempted murder, that I mean, really wasn't you know what I'm saying? It's just the like if you break it down and look at it, like they could have just been
nigga,
the scene of the
that
crime,
means she
and they could have hit him wrong. a dude like if you hit somebody, you hit them wrong, you can be charged with, and they die. You can be charged with murder.
You sure
So,
can.
Okay.
No,
So,
nigga. I'm telling you, that means that you failed at trying to murder this nigga the first time. You might be successful with me next time. Nigga, I got kids to see through. See what I'm saying? I got a whole generation to try to get through. No, nigga, I bet I won't. No. Now, if you were just out here like an embezzler or grand theft, no, bitch, I'm not trying to count my forks every time you leave. No. See what I'm saying? Now, no, nigga, no. Dead ass, no. And let's say back to the addict, right? No, because let's say we get into argument, because I can be an asshole sometimes. I won't lie. Since then, not that that's all the way cured, but I have my moments. Since then, let's say I was like really an asshole this particular argument. See what I'm saying? And it done flipped the switch in your ass, and now you back on the glass dick again. I don't need that on my conscience. I done made you give up 20 years of sobriety because you couldn't handle this goddamn argument because your ass was in the wrong more than likely anyway. Since then,
well, that's what Libby Bester said. She said, I did that with someone I knew before the drugs, and he started doing drugs again, so I'll never date again an addict. Which I get that. I like to say, because they can't go back. But I don't know. I mean, because see, when people say stuff like that, that makes people hide their past. You know what I'm saying? And again, like with dating and stuff like that I don't think that that's right that people hide their past or whatever, but they'll be afraid that people will judge them off of their past.
We're all judged. God damn it. We're all judged. Shout out to my homegirl, Deborah Vivian. Appreciate you tuning in. I ain't seen you in a minute, fam, but I'll be keeping up with you on the book. You doing real good with your son. Appreciate you. You doing excellent. But once again, no, nigga, no, Nick. They got a whole community. They got a whole community of people that they can pull from. You go find you another person that's been sober for 20 years that know your stuff.
2 drunk people is not good. 2 people that recovering is not good.
But if you recover for 20 years and you find somebody else that's been recovering for 10, y'all good. See what I'm saying? That person know your struggles. They know your triggers. I don't know your triggers. I'm not trying to trigger you. You feel me? See what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. See what I'm saying? Like I had this lady slide in my DMs, right? First, she was older, like older. I ain't saying she was 70, she was definitely a teenager when I was born. See what I'm saying? She was a whole teenager when I was born.
That's what I said.
Like
you
15 years
already
old.
know. So.
That part. See what I'm saying? So no, nigga. First and foremost, then she's like, I've been drug free for like 26 years. I was like, congratulations. We're we're done here. Interview over. Over.
That's dirty.
Dirty nigga, I bet I won't.
20-some years, you really think that person gonna go back?
I'm not taking a chance.
You might have just missed out on your blessing.
Then missed out I did. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? No. Missed out I did. Dead ass. So when she said that, I was like, I want to ask what drugs it was it, but I thought that might have been rude.
It could have been.
Say what?
You didn't ask for drugs.
No, right. I didn't. It was probably crack.
It could have been alcohol.
It wasn't alcohol. I mean, it's a drug, but it wasn't alcohol. You can tell. People don't say they do, but no. What they say is when it's alcohol, I've been sober for 26 years. But when it's a drug, I've been
clean.
I've been drug free.
Clean.
Yeah. I listen to words, fam. Words matter in this situation. So said no. Anyway, back to the original topic.
Yeah, but I agree. And somebody said on here too about the age. I think it's also too with age that you do start dating for potential. But I also believe people do a lot of lying, like you said. They don't date right. People are just not dating right. They find out what somebody, like I know this one person that like when you have boxes or something that you might check off or you looking for. And sometimes if you tell people what you're looking for, they will try to imitate what you're looking for, and that's not them. So once they get you, then they're gonna flip back. Then that mask is gonna come off. So you got to be careful too in telling people what you're looking for, because sometimes they'll take that and act like they are that, and then when they get you, then they stop doing everything. They'll stop doing what got you. And that's the other thing. People don't, like you said, they go off of what people say, or they see it like, oh damn, he got his stuff together, he this, he that, he that. But the simple fact is, you not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that with people. Like, and you do a lot of lying. People do, they do a lot of lying because they're so scared. I guess they're like, okay, I'm getting to a certain age. I've been single for this long, and they start settling. And then that's the reason why. What I seen some post that said the same red flags that you act like you don't see will be the same red flags that will end the relationship or something like that. The same red
Mm-hmm.
flags you try to overlook be the same red flags that will end the relationship. And that's the thing. Like at the end of the day, if you got to keep searching, I don't know. I'm at a particular age. That's why I said I'm at the rent a nigga stage, like for real. Because like, dude, I am not gonna stay in a relationship if it's drama. Like, I do not want a toxic relationship. Like, I do not feel like I'm not gonna stay in a relationship for another 10 years unhappy. If I'm unhappy, I'm gonna move on to the next until I find what I'm looking for. Like, who wants to stay in a relationship just to stay in a relationship or just to have somebody next to you in your bed? Okay, well, I'm staying there for cuffing season. And as soon as that season's up, it's time to get back on the stroll.
Fam, don't say that again. Don't say that you're gonna get back on the stroll again. Don't say that. You remove that terminology from your vocabulary for this moment on. See what I'm saying? Because the last thing I need is for somebody to come up to me and be like, hey yo fam, I saw your people on the stroll the other day. See what I'm saying? And I don't need that for my life, because then I gotta go tell your daddy, and I don't want that for your daddy's a fighter. See what I'm saying? He be ready to throw hands. So I'm saying, I got time to be fighting off the street.
You say something, you like, wait a minute, what did I say again?
Exactly. I said something to somebody the other day, and as soon as I said, I was like, "Ooh, that did not sound as good coming out of my mouth as it said that it sounded in my goddamn head." No.
I was thinking about strolling, the model thing,
Yeah.
not the stroll like
That part. Says like you up and down Prospect at 11:30 at night. Says which we have a titty out talking about 2 for 1. Says no, don't do that again. Don't do that
I
again.
won't say that no more.
Don't say that ever again in life. Shout out to April Kirkley. Appreciate you tuning in. April's one of our DNA people. She's one of the people that support us, foundational people. Appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. But once again, we've made this statement before. People are not dating. One, they're not being honest when dating. Two, they don't know what the hell they want. So I think that's one of the bigger problems as well, because people are so inclined to think that this is what dating should be, instead of what is dating for me. See what I'm saying? What's important to me in my dating, compared to listening to, like, when me and Keith first broke up, right? Me and you was having those conversations about, when should a dude pay, and should it be date number 1, date 3, blah, 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 whatever. It's what's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Regardless of what your friends are saying, regardless of what your family members are saying, you're a grown-ass woman. I'm a grown-ass man. Make that decision on what's best, on what's important to you. If you do something different than what your people do, that's because that's what you choose to do. But also, you need to know what you want in the situation. What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to do? So I'm saying, like, we've had the conversations about where to go on the first date, and who should be doing this and who should be doing what, and how often should be talking, and A, B, C, and D. Tailor that shit for you. Period. But in order for you to tailor it to you, you have to actually sit down and think and put some mental energy into figuring out that shit, figuring out what's important to me, and not just let somebody else dictate to you how you should feel and how you should think. Because allowing somebody else to dictate to you what you should be doing, and then you're dating the person that you're dating isn't really dating you. They're dating your group.
Exactly. Yeah,
And so
it's the facade. It's the facade.
yeah.
It's like you said about the pulling out the chair. It's almost a manipulation because like you be pulling out the chair, you open the doors, you do all that, and then all that stop once y'all get together. You know, because that's not you. That's not you. That's you trying to get the cookie, or you trying to, you know what I'm saying, to bag or to make it like you this good guy, but you're really not.
It's like I'm a real gentleman most of the time, except for during the wintertime. Like during the wintertime, nigga, I'm hitting the button, fam. I'm gonna need to open that goddamn door. Because I'm trying to get in the goddamn car. It's like you're trying to get in the car. Come on, let's go. Quit playing. If the weather's bad, come on. I'm gonna. If it's icy out, I'm gonna make sure you get them. I don't want to see you fall.
For the winter, Tom. My man, 20%.
But my God, that's why I need to live. I'm saying that's why I need to live in a warm weather city. Because you get that gentleman all the time if we in Arizona. But I'm just saying, it's 100. It's 100 below in Kansas City. Since I'm at Kiki. And if you outside talking about come, why didn't you open my door? Did you feel that hawk on your neck? That's like that hawk that was on your neck is on my neck. So I'm saying, you know I can't be outside in this cold.
Oh my God.
So, but once again, if you're not honest, if you haven't figured out what you want, what's important to you in your dating, then don't date. If you don't know who you are, literally, like you can't make a decision without somebody else's opinion about it. You never formed a mental thought of independence on your own. Then don't date, because it's hard enough doing this dating shit with somebody that actually knows what they want. It's impossible to do it with somebody who don't. And who has that? And once again, maybe that shit was cute at 19 to 22, 20, 26 maybe. But nigga at 40, nigga, if you don't know what you want, why are you taking up space in my world? Why are you taking
But that's the thing though, some people don't know what they want, but they might know what they don't want. And you can maneuver around that too, but at the same time, that's when you have to be honest of what you don't want, and trying to figure out what you want. And sometimes it is hard to tell, because I know when dudes ask me what am I looking for, I kind of know what I'm looking for because I know what I'm not looking for, like that's easy. But when they say as far as it, like what you're ready for, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I guess it's like what you said with the whole potential bit and the reality of the relationship is you kind of toss back and forth because you just don't know what people's end game is. And that's the scary part too about dating. You never know what somebody's true intentions is with you. Are they true intentions to just get some? Are they true intentions is just for you to fill a void that they're feeling? Are you just, pastime, playtime for right now? And so you got to take that all into consideration. But like you said, at the particular age that we are, people are tired of playing games, but some dudes are not. They are literally still playing games at 40 years old. Some women are still playing games at 40 years old, and then some of them really are probably not playing games. It's just the fact that that's what they're used to. And that to them, they're actually being them, and they just need to find what's best for them. And that's the point. Everybody gets so scared about this whole, well, I'm 40, I haven't had a kid, or I'm 40 and I haven't had, a husband, I haven't been married, I haven't been this, I haven't been that. And so them the people you gotta also watch out for. Those people that looking for, because they're trying to fill that void. They still haven't been married, they still haven't had no kid, they still ain't had no long relationship. They want to know, well, fuck, I'm not your girl. Because I've been married, so I'm not rushing into marriage. Let me just tell you now, okay? Marriage ain't even freaking on the top of my list right now. That's not even a goal for me no more. Me is to be happily married into a relationship if that happens. If it happens, it happens. That's where I'm at now because I've already been married. So you have to be honest. And people, I wonder. I wanted to ask you that too. I think people don't know when to introduce certain questions. They're so scared that maybe this is too soon to ask that question. This is too soon, like we're not even here yet. I am very upfront. When I find out a dude don't have no kids, I'm telling you, like I think I said like the second time we talked. I just want to let you know I can't have no kids. So we don't waste our time. Let me let you know. And I've had a couple and be like, dang, we ain't even did nothing yet. But I'm telling you, because don't waste my time and think you're gonna get something that you're not gonna get. I'm not your girl. I can't. I don't want to. I'm not. Like, let me just be honest with you. So you still want a kid, or if that's something that you thought you may, you even think, go back and find you somebody to play with, because I'm not her. But some dudes feel like that's too quick. I don't. I don't.
First and foremost, no. You know when it's I would rather be way too early to a party than way too goddamn late. You
I
know what I'm
like
saying?
that. I
There
like that.
there is no question that is to me there is no such thing as it's too early. Except for you asking me for my social security number, except for you asking me, you see what I'm saying? But outside of that, there's not a
Right.
question you can't ask me day
Yeah.
one. Because once again, I understand the mind thought of not wanting to waste anybody's time by all means. And if there's some things that's just deal breakers for you, ask that shit up front.
Right.
Because without asking the questions up front, now we 3 weeks, 4 weeks down the line.
Now
I
my
really think
feelings
you're a cool
involved.
ass.
Yeah.
I think you're a bomb ass chick since I can really see myself with you. But now I'm just starting to ask those questions, and now I'm like, why do you ask this shit in the beginning? Because had I know this in the beginning, we wouldn't have got to this particular point.
Yeah.
I ask me those questions up front. Those things that's important to you. And anybody that's like, well, it's too early. We ask about that. No, nigga, it's not.
It's
Because
not.
once again, I'm not out here for now. Once again, if we are literally just about doing adult activities and that's just all that we're gonna be, then don't ask me no goddamn question because you don't have the right to ask me those questions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the nature and the intent of this situation. But if we are talking to try to develop some shit, no, nigga, ask me what you need to ask me because I'm going to ask you, and based upon your answers, no, man, this is what my daddy told me when I was 20, 21. If you allow people to talk long enough, they'll tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? It amazes me even now, if you allow a woman to talk long enough, she'll tell you everything you want to know. And without even knowing that's what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I had so we was talking about developing feelings and the situation where you wasn't in a relationship but you kind of broke up since then or stopped talking or whatever. Me and old girl was talking like earlier today. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, your fallback game is strong. It's fucking ridiculous. Because let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Once you say certain things to me, that's an automatic trigger for me. You know what I'm saying? And I am not in any way, shape, or form about to be forcing myself onto anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't say certain things to Glenn and to Junior, you know what I'm saying, and think that he's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna keep going, and maybe down the line we can work. No, nigga, what the fuck? Where we do that at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and it's more so for protection for me because I know how I can be. And if I continue to come around, I'm gonna continue want to do things for you. I'm gonna continue because that's just who I am by nature.
Because that's who you are, exactly.
Yeah, that's just who I am by nature. Now, once again, and how we get together, like I have never started off in a situation where me and old girl was talking to be talking, like dating and the whole nine. And then we stopped talking in that vein and we just became sneaky.
Oh.
Friends, yes, I've done the friendship thing multiple times. Where we stopped talking because one of us didn't want to be that for the other, and we just was friends from that particular point on. I got quite a few female friends like that, but where I can't go backwards to becoming a sneaky link once I've developed feelings for you.
That part, yeah.
We can, but I don't want to.
Right, I don't want to.
I don't
or
want
at least not at that. Not at the moment. Like you said, you almost went through a breakup without it being a breakup, without it being a relationship. So you got to get through that first and get them feelings out. Because I don't want to hear about you and another dude. Like that's how I was with him. I was like I mean, cool. Like, I'm not about to be happy or something like that. I see it. I don't want to see it right now. I'm not there yet. Let me get there. Then maybe we can start back on friendship. Because, like you said, we didn't start off on the friendship thing, or the feelings had already involved. But that's the thing, though. People play that role, and like I had told you, even on that particular show, is people play that role like they can be your friend, or they can be that listening ear. And then when that person pop out on Facebook and say, "Oh, I'm in a new relationship," or "Oh, I cooked dinner for this person," or breakfast, then you looking retarded. Well, motherfucker, I said I wasn't in a relationship with you. We're not exclusive. Like, get that part. Like, that's the part where you get upset. Like, oh, who you talking to in your post? Whoever I'm talking to. Like, who are we talking about?
You know what I'm talking to? My goddamn business. My goddamn business.
Or when I'm with you, I'm with you. When
business.
I'm not, I'm not. Like,
how you should look into your business, because you over here minding mine. Who's minding your goddamn business?
Well, I guess they feel like it is. Amber said people need to be honest with themselves prior to dating anyone. I will make sure I'm ready before I start back dating. Too many broken people thinking the next person will fix them. That is another thing. Like I said, people are not healing from their situation. They're moving on to the next person, expecting them to heal them. And that's where you mess up at, because the next person is not going to heal you. All you're going to do is probably even damage that damn person, because you're not healed. I'm not about to pay for mistakes or walk around on eggshells because your chick cheating on you 50 times. And you think if I move a certain way, I'm also a cheater. And when you handle that, and come back over here when you heal, because over here I ain't got those issues. Like, I get it that and I think people really don't know if they're healed or whatever, but you do got to take some time, and sometimes you don't have to take a lot of times. A lot of time. I don't feel like I took. I understand people say, but you got to learn how to love yourself and meditate by yourself and all of that. And I think everybody heals different, because I don't think I went through that stage, but I clearly know I'm over what I went through. But I obviously didn't go through a lot either with that relationship. It was just a lot as far as just being in a relationship so long, loving somebody at a young age to an old age, it really wasn't toxic. But some people, like this one dude I had talked to, he said, this girl was beat all the time. Like, every dude she got with beat her. And so when she came to him, she brought that same toxic energy when they first got in their first argument, and she lashed out, she hit him. And he said eventually when he finally woke up months later about it, he said he realized, like, damn, she told me every dude she was with, that they fought or they had whatever, and she brought that same energy. And he said she was the first girl that he ever actually hit. And he couldn't believe it. He said he finally had to let it go, because he felt like he was now turning into them, because that's what she actually even told him, like, I never had a dude that didn't come after me or chasing me, like you said, like your girl said, your fall back. Like, she was confused on it. That wasn't love for her, and what she was looking for was that, but she ended up changing him, and now he's hit. And see, with me, I guess like you said, that triggered me, because when he told me that, I took a step back, because I'm like, so now you've experienced that. You went your whole life and not experiencing that. You was only with her for 3 months, but at the end of the day, you finally hit her. So now, to me, until you heal from that, you might call on me. We good. Like, I'm good. Don't play with me, play your mama. So, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what they went through. Like, and people need to heal.
But this is a lot of that comes from, I think women do a much better job at that than men do. Most men. I can't say all, because I'll never talk in absolutes.
Do what?
After my first marriage, I definitely didn't do that. And I tell the story all the time. Yeah, I definitely didn't heal from it. And I immediately jumped into another situation, right, not having resolved the feelings from the marriage. And I end up hurting the young lady involved. See what I'm saying? And even though people forgive you, even though people don't hold it over your head, there's a certain level that you'll never be able to get back with that person. So once you hurt them to that kind of degree. And me and the young lady is really cool now. See what I'm saying? Like, really cool. But I will always feel, and even if she would be like, that's not an issue for me, in my mind, I would be a little self-conscious about it, honestly. With this second marriage, I was determined to do things different. See what I'm saying? I was going to take the time needed. I was very upfront and honest with anybody that I had started talking to, or and the whole nine, that, look, fam, I am not in any position mentally to be in anybody's relationship. The most that I can do is offer you a friendship and communication. And if something develops from that long term, so be it.
So be it.
But going into it, I was very, and I'm still honest about that now. But now I'm removed from the, not that I'm removed from the healing aspect of it, but I'm not actively healing. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Now there's more maintenance. Now there's more, self evaluations and stuff like that. But I took the time this time. See what I'm saying? I took the time to make sure that I was good. I was ready to like honestly commit to somebody on a long-term situation, because I'm not I wouldn't want somebody to play with me like that. Two, I don't want to put somebody else through something that I'm not ready for. Why even open the doors for the possibility of something happening if I'm not really ready mentally for it? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I knew for the majority of 2021, I wasn't ready. Honestly,
Right.
I could probably say I was probably got ready to where I could actually see myself with somebody else this year.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And I left the house in January last year, but the situation fell apart November of 2020. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're going on a whole 2 years, but most men, because once again we could go into the long of why men are the way that we are when it comes to emotions and feelings and dealing with that and the whole nine. But it's very rare that we have been taught an acceptable way of dealing with those feelings when we are hurt, because we're not supposed to be hurt, or at least that's what society is saying, or at least that's what our community is saying, especially Black men. We're not
Right.
supposed to. We're not. We're. It's like we're not. We don't have feelings and shit.
You don't have
Like
feelings.
we're not
Right.
human to a certain degree. Like we don't
Right.
have. We don't get the ability to grieve. Like
Right.
and I don't hold it against them. The story I'm about to tell you, but it just opened my eyes to how even amongst men, how we talk to each other when it comes to emotions and whatnot. When Daddy was married to Miss Marietta, right? They got married like a month before she passed, but they had
Yeah.
been together for
Ever.
ever.
Yeah.
I remember when Miss Marietta started coming around.
I remember too. Trust
I
me.
remember how bad we was to Miss Marietta, but
Yeah.
she know I love her now. See what I'm saying? God bless you.
Yeah.
But I was an asshole. I ain't gonna even lie.
I
Anyway,
ain't gonna lie.
uh, I remember when she passed and how hard, literally, I could see my daddy's heart break. Like I could feel that pain on him, and I've never heard my father wail from crying in such a way, because his heart was hurt. Like you could hear it, you could feel it. It was a cloak on him. I remember Uncle Andre saying, "Glenn, get yourself together. You shouldn't be going off like you shouldn't be going out. You shouldn't be feeling like this and whatnot." And I was thinking to myself, like, why would you tell this man who just lost his wife, who just lost literally the love of his life, that he shouldn't express that in whatever way that he deems he needs to express it?
Mm.
We was standing, Daddy was upstairs in his room, Uncle Andre crying, it hit him in the whole nine. Uncle Andre had went upstairs, said what he said, then came downstairs and was like, he just shouldn't be feeling that bad or something to that degree. And it just, first what it did, and I'll be really honest, and it's not that I don't love Uncle Andre by no means, but it made me look at him different. Because don't do that to my daddy. See what I'm saying? Don't, not that one. See what I'm saying? Not senior. See what I'm saying? If that's what he felt like he needs to do, and so what it made me be was even more protective of my daddy at that point. See what I'm saying? Because if you're not here to support him in whatever way that he needs to support, then you can truly get the hell out. Real shit. See what I'm saying? Because you're not going to make him feel some type of way about him expressing. And that's why I tell, like, when Deanna's moms died, uh, your grief is your grief. You have every right to grieve the way that you want to. My grief may not look like your grief. You may grieve totally different. See what I'm saying? Depending on how close this person was to you in the whole nine. But don't allow somebody else to dictate to you how you should be acting in this situation. Like for Deanna, this was your mother. You're her only child. Y'all have a bond that nobody else could really understand. Don't let nobody dictate to you what you should or should be doing, or how long you should be grieving, and how, in the whole nine.
Yeah, and even if you go through, even if you got the same, me and Deanna, we both have lost our parents, but our mothers. But at the same time, we both could still grieve two different ways. One, she also was a different age than I was, So she when hers happened, she was a different age than I am now. And so different transitions or different bonds. So also people do that too. They put on, what they went through or how they feeling or how they did it, then that's how it is. But like you said, I mean, every man is different, and it's sad because it goes back to, I think I've said to a lot of times on this show, that people get so upset when men say, I'm looking for, like, I want that mama figure, and women take it as if like when men say that, like, when they like, how girls is like, I'm looking for my dad, like somebody like my dad, similar. Yeah. But if a man say it, then women immediately go to, like, you want somebody to take care of your ass. You want somebody to clean you. You want somebody. No, what he's looking for is probably that nurturing. That's what he's looking for. That unconditional love. That's what he's probably looking for. Not the, somebody that can just, like his mother or something like that. Like, no, just like with my dad, I'm not looking to, like, take care of me, but I'm looking for that security. I'm looking for that strength. I'm looking for that power. That's what I'm looking for in a man that's similar that my dad holds. Is nobody can tell me my dad is like, that's my dad. Like, he can walk in the hospital room and it's like everything leaves and I just know I'm safe. I'm cool. This man got me, right. And that's what I'm looking for this man to do the same thing. I'm not looking for, like, you to be my daddy, like, take care of me. You're not my daddy. Like, let's make that clear. But I need that security, that love, that unconditional. And that's the same thing for me. Like, it's okay to give a man a hug, to let a man cry, to let him vent, I hate that. I really, and I hate that because I've said that on plenty of shows, that men feel like they can't heal or they can't go get therapy. I think I see somebody on here say that about therapy and stuff like that. They feel like men won't go, especially in our community, Black men won't go get help or go talk to somebody, about their feelings. And, is that normal or the way that they're going through it? Like, they have to be really, like, going through AA or a drug problem or something like that, or an abuse problem, something like that made them have to go. But just like a regular toxic relationship, they won't take that time. They'll go and put that shit on another female that did none of that damage, and you just take it to the next relationship. And then men, the one thing about women, like you said, one thing I can't say about women talk to other women. We talk about it. Like, I sit here, I can talk to my best friend about everything she went through. I can talk to my cousin, Naisha, and all of them. We can all talk. We can all bounce ideas off each other. Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't even do that within y'all circle sometimes. Some men be like, you might tell the man, like, yeah, I had a divorce. Yeah, I'm breaking up with her. I'm da-da-da. They like, yeah, that's fucked up, fam. For real. For real.
Well, no, that's not every man's circle. No. Like, I got some homeboys that I know that when I need to talk, I can go talk to them and they gonna shoot it straight with me. See what I'm saying? Definitely. See what I'm saying? If I tell them a story and they'll be like, nigga, you kind of, you wasn't right. You wasn't right. See what I'm saying? So that's not always the case, no. But some of that is in our society, especially in our community, it is thought more highly for a nigga to go to prison than for a nigga to go to a therapist. Think about that. You'll get a nigga go to prison, do a bid, come back out. Some of the people on the block will praise this dude. You a soldier. You a real one. You held them down. You did 10 the hard way. Let a nigga say, nigga, I need, my mental's been messed up for the last couple of years. I decided to go to therapy. Nigga, you weak as fuck. Nigga, you got these people, you weak minded. It's crazy. Since then, the space that most men need to feel comfortable with allowing somebody to access their emotions and their feelings is not readily available in our community. This is becoming better. I will not say that it's not. It's becoming better to a degree because I hear women say it, but I don't know if they're really practicing it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can hear it because you know it's the right thing to say and to say and whatnot, right? But to actually allow a man the space he needs to feel comfortable with saying that you hurt me and not take that shit offensively. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what y'all expect from us, right? If I hurt you, you expect for me to listen to you when you tell me that I've hurt you and for me to fix it. Fix what I did and not to hurt your ass no more, right? But if a man does the same thing, then saying somehow he's weak or somehow he's acting real feminine. I'm saying you acting like a real lady right now. You got it. You need a tampon? The fuck? What are we doing? What?
I know, but that's sad. We gotta break that. We gotta break that as women.
We do.
We got to because and like I said, I'm that girl. Like if I gotta preach it, I'm gonna preach it till the sun comes up. And I think that's one thing. Like with the men, with me, and not that and that's why I hate like you said. I kind of do hate sometimes the way I move because sometimes my words don't match my actions. And it's not because I'm being manipulative. It's not because it's just sometimes I just want to give a brother something that I know he needs. You know, like if I see a man posting on Facebook and he constantly posting like he's hurt, he's going through it, his relationship tore him up, he's making subliminal messages, I literally will hit his DMs like, hey, if you need a woman's touch, you just need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to bounce stuff off, hit me up. And honestly, I mean nothing by it. When I say I probably got a handful of dudes, probably almost two now, that I have actually slid in their DMs. I don't mean nothing by it though, because trust me, they are a few are not something off of dates. But it's not about dating. To me, I just want to give that man something like, I want to give him, don't take me wrong, like a boost. Like, put your hand right here, you know what I'm saying? And try it out. Let it go. Like, you're okay. Like, it's okay. You're going to be okay.
I'm just telling you. And as a man, and obviously we don't move, whatever. As a man, real shit. As a man, y'all don't know how much power y'all have to either make or break that dude. See what I'm saying? Even in his worst moments, even if you can get him to just be still, come here. Be still, come here and just let me hold. That shit is that's like putting your phone on your charger, fam. And when I tell you, fam, I'm being dead ass.
Well, maybe that's why they act like that, because I just be like, they be like, you did it. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, this is how it should be. They just be like, you did a lot.
You don't know, you have no idea how uncommon that shit is. Because once again, depending on the woman and what she has been exposed to herself, she may not know how to comfort a man. Since then, outside of giving him some ass. See what I'm saying? But for yourself, when you think of a man comforting you, how often do you think of that being in a sexual way? Never. But most women think comforting a man is giving him the ass. And that shit is crazy to me. For the same chick that be like, you're not comforting me by giving me no dick.
Right.
So how does that equate? See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, as a man, I have been in the situation where I had to fight the whole world, the whole goddamn day. Came home and was able to put my head on my girl's either in her lap or on her or on the chest region. And I'm telling you, it must be the nipple. That's the reason why the nipple can fit in your ear. See what I'm saying? That's the reason why. Because that shit will charge. That's like a connection from her heart to your heart, my guy. See what I'm saying?
God, what the hell? You guys imagine about it like it goes my ear like what?
It's like the airport, guy. See what I'm saying? The nipple has multiple multiple meanings. See what I'm saying? I'm being funny. Real shit.
Your ear, like it's gonna plug in.
But Sam, but real shit. When I tell you, in all seriousness, that shit will keep your relationship healthy and fucking vibrant. If a man knows that he can get that comfort from you, and I'm not saying that that's gonna make for now. No. I'm not saying that's gonna make the relationship. That's the beginning and the end. By no means.
No means.
But Sam, if I know I got a good one, I know that she's going to comfort me and allow me to be human in my feelings and in my emotions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With this mind that I got right now, girl, what you want? See what I'm saying? What you want? I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass about that. What you want? See what I'm saying? And Method Man said it in that song with him and Mary J. I'm gonna go out here and bust my ass so you can have whatever you want. And I'm dead ass about that.
But a lot of women, like you said, they don't look at that. They don't realize you hold, just like the word submit. It is, look, we digress. Look, you know what? Anyway, it's just so much a woman, you can get your, like I honestly can't say though. I can honestly say, even though I said it's kind of a curse that I've been in only one relationship, for this whole time or whatever, it also it's been a benefit because I don't have a lot of the same. I have not been damaged the way a lot of women have. And I had this one woman told me. She literally said, Stephanie. Since I'm gonna use the name she said.
Right. She didn't call your ass Renee.
She didn't call me Renee. Whatever. She said, Stephanie, you are only that way because you have not experienced all the turmoil and all the energy and all the damage other women have. She said, I pray you stay the way you are. But she said, baby, you stay out the way you are out here. She said, you might change. And I pray I don't. And I don't know, it's like what you told one of our viewers, they've been in a relationship for so long, you just do naturally relationship stuff. Right. It just comes natural. I think that is part of me, but I do get worried about that. When I start thinking of the years, how long I have been divorced, but I still, even with my dating though, I kind of like what you do. Like, it's not that my fallback game is hard, it's just, I'm protecting myself because I do want to stay the same Renee I am. I do not want nobody to come to change me or damage me or me to look at all men like, me to be like the women like all men cheat. Or what you want? You just want sex. Like, I don't want to, because then I'll start attracting without attracting it. I'm kind of, because I'm saying it, I'm going to start attracting that energy. I don't want that. So I don't want no man to just come in and do all that to me. Like, for real, like, I'm just going to remove your energy. It's horrible. I'm out. Peace the fuck out. Because I want to remain who I am. And who I am is working for me. And maybe for this dude or this dude, like I said, even with the dudes that I stopped, like I said, we are literally, nothing has came out of it. Other than me hitting their DMs, like I said, I know a few of them. We had never been talking on the phone, but literally we had conversations. And it was just to tell them, like, hey, somebody's here. I see your post. I'm sorry that you're going through this, but if you need to talk, like, I'm here. I know I don't know you, and that's probably a good thing. I'm outside and ear, you know what I'm saying? So I can't judge you or whatever the case may be. Right. Just because it's so funny. We do all that. We see all these men making a post, but then you see somebody commit suicide, then all of a sudden you're like, damn, I didn't know. Damn, I didn't miss. And sometimes that's all it takes. You never know what somebody is going through, or if somebody does have a lot of family. You and I come from a big family. Some people, all they got is maybe one sibling, or they are the one kid. So some people don't have that out. You don't know if, I'm just saying. And then, like I said, everybody don't listen to everybody. because of what Uncle Andre might have said to Uncle Glenn probably triggered him. But that's how he was raised. That's what he knows. That's what works for him. Doesn't mean it worked for him. You were able to go back and probably tell Glenn, like, "Nigga, don't listen to you better cry that you know what I'm saying? Like, you was able to go back, you know what I mean? So it's just like you never know who heard it or whose voice they might hear other than the person's voice that probably sent them over the edge. I don't know. I just, like I said, people need to date for potential. And not, I mean, people need to date for reality. I don't date for potential. If I see that you could be everything I want. Honestly, I have had a couple where I'm like, he could, but the reality is, it was something. It was going to take some work. And who ever knows if you're going to reach your potential? That's the thing. So when people date for potential, you're not guaranteed to reach it. You could try to reach it, but you're not guaranteed to reach it. So then what? But if I date you for reality and I hear what you're saying and I see the way you're moving, then I'm going to move accordingly. Like,
I totally understand and as well, but some of that is also, are you listening? Not only are you listening to what the person's saying, but active listening as well. But are you removing what you want to hear from what they're actually saying? Like, case in point, I think looking back on the conversations that me and old girl was having, right? Mm-hmm. I think had I been actually listening to what she was saying,
you said that.
I would have saw that she wasn't there where I was trying to get us to.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You said that. Yeah.
So you have to kind of take it at literally what they're saying. See what I'm saying? But that part is hard though. See what I'm saying? Especially if you don't really know the person to begin with. See what I'm saying? So you're basing, your conversations off of either what they're saying or how you're feeling, and then the two can get mixed and commingled, and now you got to try to separate the two. It's like separating water, the Kool-Aid from the sugar. Once you start mixing it up, it's a situation that is of its own making that you cannot separate it into its original parts. So now what do you do? How do you resolve that situation? How do you move on? And most of the time after that point, it is you literally have to just pour the whole solution down the drain and remove it from your cup, or from your remove the access to it, so that you can move on, so that you can continue to function and whatnot. The reason why my fallback game is so strong is because I have been on the other side and I know how far I can go. See what I'm saying? I know how far I'm willing to go to pursue someone. And I never want to be that person again. Not when that person doesn't want me. Now, I was this person when I was younger, much, much younger. But I'm not trying to relive those things in my life ever again. See what I'm saying? So we have to be, like we said originally, you have to be honest in your dating. In order for you to be honest in your dating, you have to know what the freak you want. So I'm saying, you have not only do you have to know what you want, but you have to know who you are. Because how can you say you don't want this if you haven't put into thought as to what you will and will not accept? Once you do that, now you have to find someone of like-mindedness with you. See what I'm saying? And be consistent. That means there may be times when you are alone because what you want, you're not finding. If you get
be okay with that.
And be okay with, and that's the key part. Be okay with it. Because if you're not okay with it, then you're more inclined to bring people into your space just to have somebody in your space. Even if that person isn't meant for you, nor if y'all ain't got nothing together, but it's better to have somebody sitting on your couch or laying up in your bed than to be alone with your thoughts. Because your thoughts is terrifying.
But again, that goes back to what we said too. I mean, in that same nutshell, like what you said, yes, I agree with that. But again, that's the reason why I said date multiple people, talk to multiple people, stop pouring into just one cup. Like it's okay to do that. I don't understand. I mean, whatever. I did have one dude that said I kind of got nigga tendencies a little bit, but my thing is, nigga, no, I don't. What I have
Why
is I'm upfront
why
because
you
like I'm
pissing on the
saying,
toilet?
no, because I said I do date multiples and I don't want to talk every day. And he's like, I just never heard that from a female. Oh, well, I don't. Because I don't like I want you to continue dating too. Like, and if I see you out with a chick, I'm just gonna see you out with a chick. Like, okay. Like, don't lie. Like, I hate a liar. I cannot stand a liar. And I feel like people start lying because one feels like they're in a relationship and the other one feels like we're just dating. We just cool. And that's when people start lying. But I feel like if you lie now when we're not in a relationship and you don't care, how you gonna lie when we get into a relationship and you actually do care about my feelings? So that's why I don't like a liar, and that's why I don't want to talk every day because of that perspective. Because I don't want you lying because you got to take Barbara out, and you gonna tell me, oh, my phone. All of a sudden, your phone been fine. All of a sudden, you couldn't get to a charge and your phone didn't charge. Like, get out of here. Like, stop playing with me. Play with your mama. Don't play with me. So I wouldn't even know that if it happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't talk to you every day. So I don't know. Like you said, people need to date for reality. People need to date with a listening ear and not listen just to respond. Listen to actually hear, and take emotions out of it. And like I said, date and have fun dating because once you're in a committed relationship, you should be ready and openly and committed to that one person. But it should be a two people thing. If both of y'all are not moving accord, if one person's out, even if they're out a little bit, stay out of the relationship. Don't force something that somebody has already told you, I'm not ready for a relationship. Because then what they doing is they're just trying to not hurt your feelings and go ahead and get in a relationship with you. But they really don't want to be there. And so that relationship is going to end or they're going to regret or whatever the case may be. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, stop. Like, for real. Because I'm not about to force nobody. Like you said, I wanted that. I thought it did. But God knows, honestly, what's best for us. And maybe what we thought was best for us wasn't what's best for us. And it might help you for your next relationship. Or, for your next dating, your next talking, your next, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people are here literally for a season. Or literally teach you something. Or literally just to try to get you out of something. Like, she maybe made you feel like, you know what, I am now ready for a relationship. Like, at first, because you say you've been out, for 2 years, and you really thought you wasn't there. And that's what my person did, too. Because I was actually telling every dude before him, I'm not ready for a relationship. I told every dude, I'm not ready for a relationship. I told him, I'm not ready for a relationship. And he changed my mind. And now, even though we and him is not together, I'm okay. Because now I do know I am ready for a relationship. I do want it. It's just now I gotta find it, and I'm not gonna push it, rush it.
Is this with the dude, the one dude?
Hold on.
I'm not even. You know what? We'll continue this.
That's what we don't do.
Well, but you had talked about him on the show, so you know
I talked about him.
you talked about this specific dude on the show.
Which one? I mean, wait a minute. What did I say?
Where he was ready, but you wasn't, and then you kind of got ready, and
then he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him? We're not together. No, that's not who I'm talking.
No.
I mean,
Say again.
What about him?
No, so we're not. That's not the person we're talking about right now.
That ain't the one got the breakfast. Is that what you asking me?
Oh, nigga got breakfast. Oh, is that? Hold on. Was that the nigga plate the other day?
I'm lying. Shut up. Lying. Why I be tripping? You know I be on fire.
You are. We're going to talk after the show, fam. We'll talk after the show. We're going to talk after the show.
I be telling jokes. I be just lying. Like, just having fun.
I tell people all the goddamn time. There's a hint of truth in every joke I tell. A hint of truth. If not more. Because the best jokes are the ones that's truthful. That's what I'm saying, Samara. Samara says, spill the tea. Samaria. Yes, Samaria.
Or Samaria. Yeah. Who is, I don't know who that is. That must be yours. Because my stuff, it has to be on your page because my page, I went back to my page now and looked at our share, and I had this big ass message that says, "You are not allowed to share." Da, 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 da. So it's not even being shown. Anyway,
it's on my page. It's on my page.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
I could have sworn I made it public on my settings, but I'll get it together. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you won't get it together. So that's what we're gonna do. So thank you guys for tuning in. We are coming to the end of our show. See you guys in the lasting words.
Lasting words. People. Good people. People of the Real Shyt with R&T universe. We appreciate you tuning in. It's been a real good show. Y'all been on this mug getting hyped. See what I'm saying? This is what, once again, I give praise where praise is due. Appreciate Deanna tuning in at the last goddamn moment. See what I'm saying? You about to lose favorite child named Deanna status. That's what you about to lose.
Wow.
Who, D? She just tuned in. She just came on.
I don't see it now. She just tuned in.
Yeah, so we about to leave. Nigga, where you been? So I don't care. You probably been in an open relationship. So you probably,
I was gonna say, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Out there doing the Pelagonomics.
She got to go to my friend. You know what I'm saying? So she got to take time.
Out there Pelagonomics, since whatever. The reason, once again, but what I absolutely love about the show, I love the interaction that we have with y'all in the chats. See what I'm saying? Because the chat be fire. See what I'm saying? I love when y'all respond. I love when y'all are involved in the conversation, because it makes the show just that much better for me and Renee. See what I'm saying? So keep doing what y'all doing, fam. Keep pushing us. Keep supporting. Keep being y'all. See what I'm saying? Now, what I will ask for you to do, if you have enjoyed the show, I'll take the blame for tonight. It may have even been a situation on Thursday too, but I will have it resolved on my side to make sure that when we are live on my page, you're able to share that at that same moment as well. Share it on your page if you can, and then just put a little, because it gives you the option of saying something, instead of just like retweeting it. You can actually make a statement. Just tell your people about it. See what I'm saying? So that way more people can come on and join in, and we can grow this thing to beyond what we even possibly believe that it could be to begin with. So,
and
but we need
one more view to get on YouTube. Just one more person to join subscribe to YouTube. One more. We're at 49.
So when you share it tonight, put the link on there again. Shaquanza, I see you on here, Miss Houston. Appreciate you tuning in, even if it's for a hot second. I expect for you to go on the YouTube channel and sign up. Miss Hall, you as well. I just went to your picture on your page. Miss Amber, if you haven't done so, I'm gonna need you to go support it as well. Go ahead and click that link so that we can get up on YouTube. Miss Kanisha Grayson, appreciate you tuning in just for a hot second. I'm gonna need you to when this feed is done, I'm gonna need you to click on the links and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can get our YouTube channel hot and popping. You feel me what I'm saying? If you can, I would appreciate it, because we all we need. Once again, where have I heard that at today? Anyway, it's been a great day. Cheese got out there and was kicking that ass. They was kicking that ass. I'm sitting over here looking fly as hell. So I have no problem with saying it. You know what it is. Woo! It's all good. My cousin over here. Now, Steph, somebody said that they need that couch. I told them that's your bed. So I'm saying now, I keep telling, like my barber, I keep telling him, keep his ass out your goddamn bedroom, fam. I keep telling this nigga. They're gonna keep bringing up my cousin's bedroom. Goddamn it. Look.
Hey, he in the bed. I bring him to the bedroom, but he just not in the bedroom. Like he just thinking. That's all. That's all you mean.
Miss Deborah Vivian, we're going to Quan.
I just shared.
Okay, so she shared it in the post. I mean, in the chat. It's for our YouTube channel. But we have to have a certain amount of subscribers before we can go live on there. So we're asking our people to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. So right now there's nothing on our YouTube channel because we haven't had the viewers, the subscribers to go live yet. But as soon as we do, we will. So if we can get your assistance in doing so, because we're tired of begging niggas to do it.
Tired.
So, tired.
Tired.
It's free. The fuck?
Like it's free. It takes literally 3 seconds. But yeah, 3 seconds. Like literally, just go in and click it and just click subscribe. That's all. It's nothing on there, but it will be. All we need is one more view, one more subscriber. One.
And I ain't gonna even say that we're gonna give whoever that one is, we're gonna give you something because I'm not gonna lie, because I ain't got nothing to give you. I'm out here solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? The most I can give you is my love, my appreciation. You know what I'm saying? That's the best I can give you.
That's a lot, though. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Real Shit with R&T. It has been amazing. Again, like my host said, our chats are great. I love you guys. Love getting to know you guys and everything like that. Whether you come from T's page or my page, you get to know both of us. Thursdays, don't forget our Tap In Thursdays. That's when we want you guys to come in and actually join our live. And as you can see, me and T kind of digress all the time on our show because it's our show. We can do that. So if you come in and you hit us with another question, hey, what we're doing? You know, we got a few rules. The rule guy, he goes over them. But other than that, we would love for you. We would love for you to join us. Again, we're going with the Chiefs. Thank God they won. I manifest that. Hey, I wore my gear regardless. And we will be working around the Chiefs game. So there may be, originally, we are air on Sundays at 7, Thursdays at 8. But if the games are off or something, I think you said Thursday is too, right?
This Thursday is going to be a different time. So more than likely, we will probably do it at 7, and it's going to be it's probably going to be before that, because we're talking probably like 6:30 to 7, because the game starts at 7:30, so we can possibly go to like 7:15. But let me tell you, when kickoff happens, let me tell you who's not going to be on. I'm just telling you right now.
Not the team with the.
No, I mean, you feel free to do the show if you want to, but you definitely gonna be missing half the co-hosts. You definitely gonna be missing half the co-hosts.
Somebody said Shaquaza. She said Saints. Who is that? Oh, Saints. Who is that? So okay, maybe something is going on in check. So
first of all, I don't even know why I ain't gonna even. You know what? Support the squad, baby. Support the squad. Support the squad. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well, thank you guys.
Know what it is, so Thursday, it's the kingdom, baby.
Huh?
Talking to Miss Hall. She got this. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So Thursday, you're saying we're gonna probably have to air at a different at probably 6:30?
Yeah, because this Thursday is the only Thursday game that the Chiefs have.
Oh, okay.
So they get theirs out of the way first, which is awesome. I appreciate them. I appreciate them working with us. You know what I'm saying? So because I would hate to have to, tell them to move their date. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Right,
but
it is
there's going to be a couple of Sunday night games, and there's going to be a couple of Sunday night games, and we'll probably move it up just a little bit on those days as well. We'll have to move it up because we start at 7:00 on Sunday. So.
Okay. So we definitely work around our Chiefs because that's what we do. We don't work around any other team. So just know that. Just the Chiefs.
We don't care about them Cowgirls or them Steelers or them Who That Saints or them Who That Bengals.
Nah. Just the Chiefs. Just Chiefs.
Just the Chiefs. The best team. That's what we do.
So we're gonna thank you guys. We're gonna give you back your show, give you back your evenings. T is going to fix this to go public. Please share it, even though we are done. But like T said, if you can start sharing when we're live, it does make our views go back. And then again, just to reiterate, I put the links down below. If you can just copy that link and put it in, then it should automatically pop up to our thing. All you have to do is hit the button subscribe. You don't have to do anything else. That's it. Just hit subscribe and you're out. Other than that, we'll see you guys on Thursday. I will make a thing that shows what time, and you'll see it on our live, well, on our pages right before we start on that day. Have a good night.
Y'all have a good one. Peace out. Represent the kingdom, baby. Kingdom love. One time. Woo. Woo.